protect for the first map. What is your prediction for the series?
Honestly, I don't want to predict it, and the reason I don't want to predict it is for the exact reason I just said here. We've already seen some upsets on it. Paper teams don't count, in my opinion. We've seen a few games in the CWL, but I'm thinking to discount them here simply because of the way the games have gone this weekend. You get to LAN, you do the business, or you go home disappointed. That's as simple as it is. So I'm very curious to see how this goes. I do give the hard point slightly to Team Infused.
I would agree. I would definitely agree. I think if you look at Epsilon's S&D, though, it's very, very strong. Infused, the only map they've dropped all
Which
weekend.
is funny because I had this actually with Momo just last week, and we were talking about it. He goes, well, you know what, Infused the #1 S&D in the team, and they were playing Epsilon in the CWL, and they were playing Epsilon. I went, yeah, but Epsilon going to win this S&D. And they did.
And the only map that Infused have dropped all weekend is Search and Destroy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's going to be a real teller. I think, I agree. I think Infused are going to win this first map, and then if Epsilon don't win the second, then it's over for me. I think, you know, on the respawns, I think that intensity that Infused do bring, the tempo that they play at.
Just saying, there's nothing massively out of order. I mean, Stock's maybe the most
we didn't really talk
out
about
of the norm there.
But there was nothing necessary. Stock, maybe Semtex a little bit is not necessarily something to see so much, but at the same time, it's a very, very standard ban and protect from these two teams.
Stock's for me the most kind of different here between
Infused
these two.
were using it a lot against Splice, and they would ban it a lot.
So just going to have a quick look at the draft also that has come down. We're seeing sides both side, active camo only on one. We're seeing a lethal, second lethal end up coming in for Epsilon over that active camo. So how influential will that actually be? For this game, I don't know. I probably would have. You know what? I'm not too kind of separate here on active camo versus Tempest. It is hardpoint. Both have got their uses here. I mean, Tempest, we've seen some great games with it at the moment. Rated certainly did some ridiculous work we saw earlier on this map with Tempest. But no, I don't think it's too much of an issue here. A little bit more versatility, maybe in the guise of Infused. But that lethal, I mean, we saw Rated with it earlier, could be put to amazing work. It just depends when he uses it and if he's efficient with it. Otherwise, could turn out to be a bad pick.
I was pretty surprised, actually, at the zero camo pick. I think whenever I've seen him with that Tempest, he's caused a lot of damage to the other team. Are you not?
Active for zero is very, very common.
Oh, no, it's common. But I just, from what I've seen him when he's used the Tempest this weekend, he's looked so strong.
So here's the way you break down the active camo versus the Tempest pick, right?
Okay.
Is active camo can put you in a better position to win one gunfight. If you get the second one, it's a little bit easier. It's a little bit more, well, can I do it here? It's actually easier to win two gunfights with Kinetic and Heatwave. But the active camo is to generally put yourself in a little bit better position where they're not expecting you or to throw them off. The Tempest is pure slaying.
Yeah.
But so both have their drawbacks here. The Tempest can actually go towards them and end up putting down a lot of kills, but at the same time, it's still a weapon. You can still be taken down. It doesn't give you an advantage in a gunfight. It just gives you a very, very efficient weapon to use.
So do you think Trey Zero is trusting in his own ability slaying? He doesn't need to use that specialist to get that?
It's a less selfish pick, to be honest with you. It allows him to maybe pinch a hill a little bit more effectively, allows him to win that gunfight, which could be very, very important. Now, Rated with the Tempest can still very easily be taken down by a pre-aim, something like an M8.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he might end up doing serious work with it. We've seen him do it before. And it very much comes down to, also I think active camo will become, he'll probably get one or two extra uses of active camo during this game. So that's the other trade-off.
Yeah. I mean, both of them have their advantages. At the end of the day, you know, the different sort of styles of play completely. We know Zero can use both effectively. Let's see how it goes down in this game, though. And as I said, yeah, I'm going to agree with you on the Infused pick.
Especially with Overclock being banned, by the way.
It did get banned, did it?
I believe so.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, it's a pretty standard ban throughout the weekend that we've seen. Getting into this game, though, it is Infused taking on Epsilon in the grand final here at the EGL Open. This is obviously a challenger event for the Call of Duty World League, brought to you by PlayStation 4.
All right, let's jump in board then and get on board with PD first of all and see how he goes to war here. Actually, it will be Marky first in, but I imagine Marky's going to pre-aim that doorway straight away. Nade's cooking, ready to go in. Not able to get it, but here we go. Already kills going down. Zero pushing forward. Marky trying to get that one as well. Ends up taking down Urban with that grenade.
Good work, though, by Infused. They have really established themselves straight away off the bat. And this is what I like about Infused. Every single time they start so strong on the hop. A couple of kills going to come in there for Epsilon, though, and Trey Zero is left all along using the Weevil.
Marky.
Don't buff the Weevil. It's in this guy's hands. Does have 10 points on the board for Infused. They have an early lead.
Marky moving up a little bit here, trying to get a better angle when he uses his M8. Now open up with the RK5. Marky's still alive here now, 3-on-1 for his squad. And it does look like Infused have opened up very, very efficiently, but down he goes now. Both of these two teams are going to be trading in this hill for a little while longer.
Oh, it's on it. Just went off there. Picks up 3-1 with the beatdown 2 with the VMP. Great work by him to lock things down. Infused have a very, very good lead moving into the second point.
Interesting coming into the second point here is that realistically Infused still have the advantage. And this is exactly why you're about to see this play. Joe coming around the back, trying to break this one down for his squad. And you can see he comes through. He's going to be able to pick up a 2 as well. That's massive for Epsilon. They've just ripped the spawns away. And that's exactly what they were playing for. That overextension. It doesn't work out great if you fail to make those gunfights. But they did, and they do take away the pressure.
Yep, got a kill. And Marky falling off the map as well will help them out. But PD does win the first gunfight. Moosemat answering back, taking him down. There's going to be a lot of points on the board for Epsilon. I think Infused are probably going to have one more stab at it, maybe another one after this to see if they can get a hold of it. But Moose is going to hold strong, does take down 0. Marky B does answer, but Marky B with the 3, and he's going to open Epsilon completely up here. But Epsilon, with that spawn still, are still going to be able to keep control of it. Infused pushing inside. Are they going to be able to hold it? Moose once again just making those kills that he needs to. Raiden makes another one, and that has a lot of points on the board for Epsilon. They're going to move it in this next hard point. They were behind by 20 points when we went into it, but they are now in the lead.
That's the difference between spawns on this map here. As you saw, even though Marky makes a 3-piece, they were able to spawn up, able to reinforce here, and the same thing on this gunpoint. Moose, I'm getting this one back here, playing as an ex-teammate of Marky B, so you've got to bear that in mind as well, but he will be running that flash jacket, so just stay alive for one bit more second, but PD now comes in. PD trying to do some work, not quite able to. Raiden now going into the hill. And it does look like he's going to be running that SMG, and he is contested, just trying to play his life here. Bearing in mind, if you spawn out, fast spawn back at glass, it's disastrous. That's exactly what they're trying to avoid here.
Epsilon,
and it's going to be Infused that spawn out.
Yeah, Epsilon picked up a good few kills there. It seemed for the first 30 seconds of that hard point, they were all just running each other. It was literally just mental inside the point. But eventually, Epsilon get away with it, get a few more kills on the board. They're going to get more points on the board. Once again, Epsilon coming out on top on the trade. So Epsilon extending that lead. And once again, we're on board with Urban.
It's so vital to play and get the enemy team to spawn out of the glass. Because once you do that, it's so more easy to trade. Knowing that they're going all the way back here, it actually forces Infused to play a little bit more careful. But right now, we are going for the next rotation as well. 3 seconds left. PD's actually going to try and hit a flank here, get a few kills as he comes around. Still trying to make that gunfight. Eventually picks it up here, but will go down. Not working for them. Right now, Urban going to be in the hill. He goes down as well. 0 trying to reinforce it to take down the guards of Epsilon. PD coming in as well, and they will grab first control of Glass Hill.
They have getting control, but it just seems as if Moose is always there.
Important.
It's that one little kill, but Joe's coming around the back here. Azad picks up 2. It was Moose who's picked up the second. Moose picks up another one for himself, but Az has 0 picking up 2. There's a big gunfight coming in here. Joe wins it with the help of Rudy. Epsilon control.
Now, I was going to say, I'm surprised he didn't try and stay in there and use that heat wave effectively, but his teammates are now in, ready to just almost add his Tempest as well, but not quite able to either. Joe now coming back into it. Both teams fighting tooth, and now this one. Heat wave coming in. He's going to take this one down as well. Kinetic versus heat wave, and he will win that gunfight. Looking for any more to get the trade in. Knows one's going to be above him as well. Waiting for the reinforcements. Pre-fires meters at the same time. And Joe is going ballistic, doing so much work. Pre-fire through the glass. Still going. Still alive here, and they will win this one as the rotation comes in for the next hill.
There's just this odd occasion where Joe gets that fire, and sometimes he just picks up kill after kill after kill. At this moment in time, though, Epsilon are extending that lead. It's around 50 points for them. A healthy one at that. Rated, not having the best of game, but look at his time in the hill. 1 minute and 9 seconds already. 5 and 13, he will not care as long as Epsilon are winning in points.
You get that W, that's all that really counts. Looks like Raid's actually switched to a HVK as well. Streak's now coming in for Joe. Can he stay alive and do some more? Scythe coming in from his teammate. That's Reedy going to pick that one up. And Joe is looking and hunting for Streaks now. He knows it's so important. Picks up Monkey, looking for the Wraith, still able to go alive. Joe, now on a 7 streak. He will be playing for this Wraith, coming in for the rest of this one. It's so important. It could shut this map down completely. Bait coming in though, and that's the chemistry coming in from Infused, shutting him down here as well. Now Reedy staying alive. Moose picking up a kill as well. They are trying to lengthen this one out now, and Epsilon will be absolutely on fire with the way they are currently playing. Look at the score. It's 150 to 61.
Infused have not looked this vulnerable all weekend. Epsilon are making them look very, very average at this moment in time. And here comes
the reason he likes Streaks.
Yeah, and it's going to not work out.
Hits nothing.
That would have been an important kill towards the back, but it looks as if they've got the
spawn out of position though. Not able to work either on that one at the moment.
No, they're not getting the good spawn either, so it looks like Infused are going to pick up some points here. Can Epsilon push in here? On board now with Marky.
This is the break. They need the good break here. Like I said, you don't really want to spawn out. Last time Epsilon held this so well. Marky B trying to stay alive. Doesn't matter. PD comes in and saves him. And now they're going to have the back spawn here again. 0 calling that one out. It's going to be Joe once again trying to hit that flank. A little bit later than he did last time. Let's see whether or not he can do it. Picks off one again. Now, Here comes the pinch. Right now, all of Infused are going to be looking everywhere around them, trying to figure out where this first push has come through. Moose makes a 2-piece, they're coming in. Oh my goodness, Moose makes a 3. Didn't even need the pinch, doesn't even need Joe. Just takes care of it himself.
Infused have answered back though. Epsilon do have the spawn, but at this moment in time, Infused are inside there, and here come Epsilon. They're going to put some kills down. PT was the only one to get one from Infused. They're being forced back. These final 10 seconds will go over to Epsilon. Reedy's going to say something about the spawn on the other side. Does go down to Marky B though. On board with Moose, can't do anything there. Infused are going to be there for the next point. Here comes the lightning strike though. Not going to hit anything.
Not going to hit anything. But right now, the Epsilon are looking for a clean break. They don't want to spawn out towards glass. They don't want to lose this one, so they're going to play a little bit careful. They're going to try and pinch it. Who's that? The other side. Reedy is going to go down. That's actually really bad for the Moose. The only one left alive. Has Kinetic. Not going to be able to make anything of this, though. And they are spawning out the other side of the map. So they're going to try again here. Going to stack up and look for that pinch. Picked off one. Raid has made a big kill here. Got to be a little bit careful. Maybe one, maybe 2 pushes left on this. But they are slowing down. Raid actually playing his life, waiting for reinforcements. Doesn't want to go down quite yet.
Even if Infused get all the points here, though, they're still not going to be ahead. And here comes the pinch from Epsilon. A couple of kills coming in.
They've got the spawn. Joe got the spawn. They ended up spawning them out. Managed to get that one as well.
Wow,
Epsilon ripping the last 15 seconds away from Infused.
180 and rising for Epsilon. And lots of kill. Joe is on absolute fire at the moment. 25 and 19.
This is important. Here comes the rotation. Moose is actually there first. And he's going against Zero, but Zero's dropped behind him. Zero's going to get that one as well. So right now, Infused will have this next rotation, looking for it at the same time. Zero staying alive as well. Here comes a pinch, though. Epsilon are going to go for this. Raid will be one of the key figures coming in from the flank. Reedy picks up a kill as well. Marky B will trade him out. In comes Reedy, picks off one, looks for the second one. Look, Moose picks that one up at the same time. Classic break coming in there from Epsilon, but the pressure now coming back on. Moose is playing out of his mind. 31 kills, 4 streak for him. Trying to do a little bit more work. Seeing that play come up as well. Moose doesn't care. Moose is here, and he's redeeming himself with every gun battle he gets into this one.
He's got 32 kills, Brycey. 206 to 138 is the score. Infused trying to get back in. A couple of kills do come in, but Lightning Strike is now available for Moose. Really goes down as well, so Infused are going to pick up some more points on that glass. Hardpoint Raiders maybe having another little go at it. Are they thinking about the next one? They're just waiting, taking their time. Moose is coming in as well. Is Rated going to make this final push in the last 10 seconds? Trade does make 2 kills here as well, though. Rated gets the kill at PT, but they're just going to set up for the next one.
Now, Rated just waiting for these cuts here. He's going to see one here. I'm surprised, actually, Infused didn't push 2 through that doorway, trying to get the come down. They might end up getting a heat wave come through. Urban takes that one away from him. And now they're going to try and get these points back. They are in a dangerous position. A lot of points on middle hill will go for them, but no, Moose is going to drop the hammer. And Rated comes in with a Tempest. Let's have a little look at Rated. Where on earth is he? Trying to find him, and he does get a second one here as well. Looking for that third one. This is the efficiency you want to see from a Tempest, especially considering now the guys from Infused have to play reckless. They can't afford a slow push. They can't afford a perfect pinch. They have to go, and they have to go now.
Let's see how electric Rated shot is with this Tempest. He's not going to get the turn on the Marky B, who comes in there with a kill with the M8. Reedy adds her back, and it's all Epsilon. They've got 20 points left to go, and they can win it on this hill. It's looking good for Epsilon at this moment in time. Infused are coming back in from the spawn. 237 on Horizon, but Infused are getting the kills. They're pushing in here at the moment, but it's all Epsilon. 241 on Horizon currently contested. Are they going to be able to get it on this one? Just about, if they keep a hold of it. 243. Not going to happen this time round. Moving on to the next rotation, though. Who's there? It's going to be Epsilon. They only need 7 more points.
They certainly do. And I said Infused don't have time to do anything fancy. They just have to go in. Zero's going to do one. Marky B breaks out the side as well, knowing he's going to need it. Not going to be able to, as they do continue to go down. Only 2 points left in it. And Moose is going to get this one as well. And down he goes, and it will be Epsilon 250 to 159. What a performance by Epsilon against Infused, who have looked almost untouchable so far this weekend. And this is the man of the game for me. Moose, welcome back to the top of European Call of Duty, you beautiful man.
Moose and Joe going insane. They came flying out the blocks. Infused. They look so good at the start.
I've missed this, Moose.
And suddenly Epsilon just flicked a switch, and it just looked phenomenal from them. They were winning all the gunfights they needed to. The rotations were good. The pushes for the spawn. Joe, I mean, for Christ's sake, he was going insane. I think he made like 7 or 8 kills in a row around glass at one
Moose
point.
Moose drops a 40.
Moose
40 for 26.
Every single time you see him, Moose wouldn't just get 1 kill. It was like 2 or 3 at a time. Every single time Epsilon walk away
I've missed
as
this,
the
Moose. I really have.
Infused
just I think they're not used to people just gunning them back, and that's all they were doing. Some of the setups were amazing. I said this Epsilon squad are a hype team. You can hear them. They started playing quicker and quicker and quicker. And they were hyped up. They knew exactly what they needed to do. They were hitting all their shots. Reedy was just laying down curtains of fire. Reedy, had a really bad start in my opinion, but actually ended up picking up more and more and more. And he ended up doing it. The Tempest went massive for him. Super efficient in the end.
We didn't really see Zero use the active camo so much.
No, I didn't see him use it.
Yeah, I didn't see him use it at all. I don't think we were on board with him enough. But I feel like if Zero goes off there, I think it's a completely different game. I think if he still played all right at the same time, but we can expect more of him sometimes. And at that point, he didn't really go off as much as we have seen this weekend. But take nothing away from Epsilon. Phenomenal game from them. Going to search and destroy, they will be flying into this one. And I thought they were going to win this search and destroy. If this goes 2-0, this is a big problem for Infused.
So on this map, I actually give advantage slightly to the guy